Tip number 14 is about how to increase your speed when you're reading. We looked yesterday about pre-reading a document and being able to fire your brain and find out what's interesting there subconsciously, so that when you do read it, you're more likely to retain what's on it. But to increase your speed, it's handy to use either a pacer, either by using a card or by using your finger. Now, when you were a little kid, you probably read along with when you were in, I don't know, whenever school you were in, with your finger as you drove along your text. Now, if you did this these days, people would probably look at you and think, is he 4 years old? But it has been proven that you would increase your speed by just using your finger along the text, because your eyes are naturally drawn to movement, and once you start moving down that text and following your finger, or if you use a pacer card, you use a pacer card to move this down the book as you're reading along, you will increase your speed of your reading. Don't believe me? And I scoffed at it at first until I worked out a way to prove to myself that this increased your speed. So whatever book you're reading at the minute, and it works better with a paper-based book, read 2 pages and time how long it takes, and then work out how many words typically are on one page. Now, you can do this by counting out a typical line and then timesing it by how many lines are on that page. And once you've worked that out, time 2 minutes and then work down how much you've read in 2 minutes. Then you can divide this by how many words are on the page, and it'll give you a rough estimate of how many words per minute you're reading. There's also online resources where you can read an online document and it'll tell you how much you're reading and work this out for you. Once you've done that, then try using a pacer. Either use your finger to track along the words, or use a card and swipe down the words. And then try and move a bit quicker than you have done before, and try and retain all that you've read. Now, once you've timed for 2 minutes, just work out your words per minute and then compare the two. And typically, it's about you will score between sort of 20 to 30%, and there has been cases where people have scored 50% more in speed of reading your words. Now, I don't do this all the time, but if I want to read and I want to increase my speed, and I did it a lot last year, I use a pacer in my finger or a card. So if you want to know more, then just ask, and if you want to know all 50 tips, like I've said before, then just log on to cooperslife.com and you'll get them all there. So join me tomorrow for the last tip, which is going to be tip 15 on memory and learning. I'll see you then.